I don't feel good about this, but Christian, what did you think of Balan Wonderworld?
Thought it was bad. Yay.
Yeah, everybody thinks it's bad, Christian. We gotta have a unique, fresh perspective on this. Like, maybe it's good.
Yeah.
Me shrugging in the thumbnail. Is it good?
There you go. Now you get the clicks.
Yeah. No, it's very bad, Christian, but why?
Yeah. Well, what frustrates me is that you get a lot of people who are like, oh, those normies don't understand Naka. I love knights.
Hello.
They just don't get it. But this is not knights.
No.
Balan Wonderworld is not knights. It is not this fascinating brainchild from this crazy person where you're flying through a bunch of proper nouns that don't make sense inside of a child's dream.
Stretchy museum, yeah. Bouncy museum or whatever, sure.
Yes, that is something I have not played before or since.
Right.
Balan Wonderworld is a bad collectathon 3D platformer.
Yep, with suits.
With suits.
Over 80 suits.
What did you think of Balan Wonderworld?
I think it's like this cascading series of bad decisions that start with every button is the same button, so you can't jump.
Yes. Absolutely.
And then, that just goes from there because it's like, okay, I get a suit. I can't jump.
Yeah.
But I can't unswitch the suit.
Yeah.
So I have to go get a different suit. So why make me jump? Honestly, my biggest problem with this game is just that it does the exact thing I wouldn't want this game to do, which is feel like a tutorial through the entire game. And then they never bring it together at the end where you're actually using suits, because it always just gives you the suit and then you do the suit thing in that one specific case, or you don't, maybe. Mm-hmm. And then you beat the game because that's all you do.
Yeah. Yeah, every level has its own suits and you'll just run into them and then it'll be like, oh, do this thing now for 2 minutes.
Right. Slowly push blocks with your bulldozer suit.
Why was it so slow?
I'll splice in the Fairly Odd Parents game that had the exact same problem.
Yes.
I don't know, man. And you can just see like, it's so derivative, this game. Like you were saying, this is not Knights. This is not a fun, cool idea. This is what if we did Mario Galaxy, but also it was cameo elements of power or something. Like it's just like, there's nothing there, man, as far as like creative gameplay designs or something.
Yeah.
Name one suit. Good. Christian, name a suit you liked. Go.
I can name ones I don't like. There's one.
Yeah.
Box Fox is bad, and it should be eradicated from existing. Because that's one of the suits that's just useless. Because, like you said, everything precipitates from the fact that there's only one button.
Yeah,
and so there's suits that just do things at random times.
Right.
So there'll be like a random timer. It'll be like, oh, the suit's doing something now. Okay, it stopped doing something.
Right.
And it's not. Why don't you let me hit the button to do that? Why do I just randomly turn into a box in order to slide off a cliff because I wasn't expecting that?
And they sell it to you in the description. They're like, it'll do its own thing. Like they're like having fun with you or something. They're like, isn't this cool? This thing. Yeah.
There is a late game costume called the Double Jumper. I think it is.
Okay.
It lets you double jump and break the video game.
That may be true, but yeah, because that's the whole thing, right? Is there was one part in this game where I was having fun because I found a secret suit.
Yeah.
It was a little cat suit that let you walk on air.
Yes.
And all of a sudden it was like, yeah, I broke the game. I can just go wherever I want. I'm all powerful. And then I lost the suit and you don't get the suit back. It's not like you have the suit. You have a copy of the suit. You have it hanging up in your closet. If you lose that suit,
it's gone.
It can't be what I'm describing, Christian. There has to be a system in this game where you can refill your suits without having to load into a level, collect the suit, and then collect other suits to replace it so that it goes into your inventory. Right?
Nope, that's how you do it. That's what I did.
That's what I did. That's impossible. That's illegal game design. You can't do that.
It's very bad. Yep. I have loaded into levels in order to stock up on one suit that's a secret suit, so I got to get there. Then I got to get the key, get the suit, and then just kind of meander around for a little bit and hope it spawns in. I couldn't tell you if it was timed or if it was location based or both.
Yep.
It seemed to be both. I don't know. It could be placebo.
Right.
But I just had to sit there and load up on the one suit because otherwise the secret suits, like you just get them once, right? Because they're hidden and you get it once and you're not going to get it again because they're hard to get to.
Right.
And if you die once with that suit, it's gone.
Right.
Sorry.
It's fun. What? Why? I don't understand. It's not, this isn't fun. Yuji Naka is crazy. It's some of that.
Yeah.
The cutscenes are that.
Totally.
The Tower of Tims is that. But otherwise, it just feels like people who don't know how to make like 3D platformers.
Mm-hmm. Why is there a key to unlock the suits in the first place?
That's a great question, Christian. Because they always put it right next to the theme.
They do. What's the point? I don't get it.
I don't know.
But then sometimes you get a suit that's a mini game.
Yeah.
Don't you want to hit a baseball real bad?
Yeah. And that is another, like, this isn't fun Mario, like you pick a star and it's like fun name for it. It's just like, it feels like developer text or something where it's just like act 1, scene 2, statue 8. And then you pick that up. But then they like tie them into these stupid Asura's Wrath things that you can't quit out of. So if you miss the really weird timing on the first one, you just have to suffer through Balan flying through Goku space.
So bad. That's where like kind of the laziness started seeping in for me. Those stupid Balan bouts.
Right.
Because not only do they reuse animations and scenes galore in those,
right,
and not only are they just in this blank void that reminded me of Sonic Shuffle for some reason.
Sure. Yeah. I can see it.
Is that what it's called? Sonic Shuffle?
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that game today, actually.
Really?
But go on.
Yeah. Reminded me of Sonic Shuffle for some reason because it's just a void. And then sometimes the bouts are like against the main bad guy, but the main bad guy just kind of goes away and nothing happens with him. And then they all end the same way with him blowing up this big, ugly crystal thing. So not only are the segments of each of these sections reused ad nauseum, but they also reuse Balan bouts themselves ad nauseum. And there are 2 or even 3 of them in a single level. And they make you get those if you want one of the gold statue things. And you got to get perfect on every single one.
What happens if you don't, Christian?
Perfect. Then you got to beat the level and start it over again. Why? Everything is one button. I thought this is a baby game. Why do you make the Asura's Wrath part so hard?
It's not hard, but I was bad at it or something. Like the timing, you just have to wait, but it feels like the timing is wrong because you're having to press it after it feels like you should. Like it's not grading you based on how well you can time up the shadow meeting up with Balan.
Yes.
It's just as soon as it happens, you have to press it, but that's not good design on that.
No. Also, I am morally against some of the shadows that they have in there and like what they have Balan doing in them. Because he'll be like spinning around in a circle.
Okay.
Like, he'll have like his leg up and he'll be spinning around in a circle and you just have to like press it when like the game freezes for like half a second.
Right. Exactly.
Because there's no way you're going to be able to tell when he's done doing that spin.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't understand. That's not, it makes the QuickTime event harder. Just give me a button on the screen.
Asura's Wrath came out 10 years ago. They figured this out, game.
They did.
You don't have to gin up your own stupid process for that. But if we can go back to the story, Christian.
Sure.
The main bad guy. It's kind of crazy how they don't set anything up in this game, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Like, I get it's Yuji Naka, right?
Yeah.
So I get what's happening, which is that children have dreams and then bad dreams, and you have to find your inner self to wake up the thing. It's Knights again. It's just the plot of Knights is this game again. Except Balan is there winking at the camera whenever he makes children kiss each other or something. But it's like there's nothing driving me through this game because I know it's just going to be another level, 3 suits I get, 1 suit I don't, because I don't find it, because I don't have the suit from 4 levels later that lets me go back. Get the suit by doing the one specific thing the suit does.
Yep.
And if I want to change into that suit, I got to go stand on the pad and wait for the lights to dim so I can go in the tent so it can bring up this insane suit menu.
Yeah.
I spent the whole game waiting. I had this thought in my head so many times where I'm like, oh, this came out just recently. They'll patch all this. And then I realized, no, it's just a terrible game and they're never going to fix all this. And it's just going to be unplayable forever because this isn't the stuff you patch. This was the game design document.
It was, yeah. Yeah, that one button stuff is also bad when it comes to switching out suits in the menu. Because for some reason...
You can't... You got to yeah, exactly. You got to have a conversation with that menu in order to get what you want. It's insane.
It sucks. And for some reason, the buttons that they decided to give you besides the face buttons are L1 and R1. So you can use that to choose which suit you want. But in order to be done choosing suits, you got to R1 all the way to the side and then push the one button. There's no back button. It's just the select button. So sometimes I would pause the game and then not realize how to get out. Because then I'd push circle or triangle. And then I go into the options.
Oh, you want to go deeper in its menu? Okay, let's go. Insane.
Yeah, I think kids can grasp a back button. I think
you're presuming that this was designed for idiots, is what you're saying. This was.
I don't know. Okay. What was it designed for, Tucker?
I just don't think Yuji Naka knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of this to put at his feet. I don't know. Maybe he just showed up and was like, I don't know, make it about dreams or something. And then he left. I don't know.
Yeah. This game is one tiny hair removed from being a Kickstarter project somehow.
Dude, this feels so much like Ukulele fan mod to me.
Yeah.
All the weird, it's not Unity I'm guessing or something. It feels like it. Know. It feels like Ukulele level design and Ukulele character animation. Where they're doing the weird mascot-y, floating above the ground a little tiny bit.
What's up with it? I feel like they don't understand how characters animate because their hands are so big.
Yeah.
And they've got that weird low-budget CGI animating thing going on where their bodies are mostly stationary, but their arms are all over the place and they're clapping in weird ways. And it feels gross. But in the very fancy CGI cutscenes, they don't move as much.
Right.
So it makes more sense.
And it's just them staring and camera moving.
Exactly. I feel like those cutscenes have to have been where most of the budget went.
Yeah, I was with those until the artist one where I just felt like the whole concept dropped out and wait a minute, I'm an idiot for thinking these were ever good or interesting because at some point it just becomes I have a problem in my life and then you beat the level and then the problem is gone.
Yes.
I feel like in the beginning ones, they were working through something at least.
Yes.
And then that just goes out the window.
Yes. I thought that they were going to have all of them tie into the antagonist in some way because the first one is Farmer Man.
Oh,
and then he gets evil Tornado and the tornado has red eyes in it. I'm like, oh, okay. So Tornado is the bad guy.
Right.
But then they started losing me with Dolphin one being the second one. I'm like, what is happening here?
That's hot though, dude.
Yes. But she can't intercourse the dolphin anymore.
Right.
But that it wasn't clear whether or not that was the bad guy's fault. And then eventually it just becomes, old man cleans up garbage on the street and people don't notice that he does it until they finally do. Yep.
But then they do. That was a cool level
clap for him.
A lot of this reminds me of Sonic 3D Blast.
Ooh.
Because you got to get the Tims to the thing at the end, and then Sonic dunks them through the hoop.
Yeah.
And then you get the piece of heart or whatever. But I like that last level because it feels very Yuji Naka to me, where it's ancient temple, but with futuristic stuff going on.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. Other levels are headache and nausea inducing.
The second artist level is the most clear example I can think of game development just dropping the ball or just completely just not, there's no through line. There's no thought given to anything. It's just a space with gameplay elements in it. And then they like clean their hands of it and they move on.
Totally. It's just like a box where they've got 4 faces that have crap on them. And then I was just kind of like fumbling around until I eventually found the end. Thank God.
Yep.
Somehow.
Yep.
Because it's disorienting to navigate that thing. It must have been easier to build that level than it is to play it.
That's a great thing to be able to say about something. That's beautiful. And it's just like the suits are no good in that level where it's just like, here's the switch and you can only hit the switch with this suit. Isn't that fun? No. Suit can't jump because it shoots paint with the jump button.
The Nightmare X-ray game. Guy.
I like that one.
Helps you see the statues.
The vacuum cleaner suit is the most terrifying thing.
It's like a snake. Is that what it is?
Yeah, and your face is where the Hoover part is, and it's just, it just doesn't look right, man. There's so much fetish fuel going on. You got your inflation suit, you got your feet suit, gigantism suit, you got like brain slug suit, you've got impregnation suit. The list goes on. This is a great video game
for children.
For children, Tim's. Did you build the Tim Tower?
A couple parts of it, I think, on accident.
Okay.
Is that how it works? There's like Tims that follow you around throughout a level, right? Yes. And they'll get like swallowed up by flowers.
Yeah. What? Christian, every part of this game is insane. You just run past the flower and it's like, but then you just hear like the home. And then you look and it's eating one of your Tims, but that doesn't seem to matter and you don't get anything for freeing the Tim.
No, because I learned that the hard way, I guess, or the stupid way, which was that I come across a flower and it's full. And so I hit it and then a Tim comes out. And I'm like, oh, okay, flowers have Tims. But then I walk past flowers and I'm like, oh, this one doesn't have any in it. So I guess I'm good. And then I come back later and then it's eaten again. Yeah. Or then it's full. And then I hit it and then the Tim comes out. I'm like, oh, this is just the Tim that was following me in the first place.
But I never got to the end of the level and it's like, you're missing a Tim.
Yeah, that never happens. You find eggs to hatch new
Tims. Yeah.
I think those are the only Tims that matter, but I could be wrong. Who knows? Not because of evil genius.
Well, you got to feed your Tims drops.
Yes.
And that's insane.
Know what that does. Do you know what that does?
Yeah, because then you throw a little Tim and a big Tim and it hatches a new Tim. And also big Tims can use the Tim trampolines.
Okay. And that auto generates your Tim counter?
Yep. Your little insane thing that they actually modeled all the flapping numbers on. I just stare at that thing because I just think to myself, all of the work they could have put into this game and they individually modeled the number counter so that it works like it would in real life.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never even noticed.
I don't know. I don't get what the point of the Tims thing is because they don't explain that at all. Like,
no, I don't think there's an end game to that. Kind of like chocobos, I guess, where not chocobos.
There's trophies associated.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But it's like you feed the Tims so that you can get a bigger tower so that feeding the Tims does more things.
Right.
Maybe. But then like the only way you can feed the Tims is by getting the crystals in the levels.
Right.
But all that does is let you feed Tims to make the tower get bigger so that you can feed more Tims.
Right.
Or so that the Tims have more stuff to do, I guess. You can just sit there and stare at this mousetrap contraption and watch the Tims slowly roll through it. Right. If that's what you want to do.
Christian.
Sure.
Let me go into a menu and buy suits with the drops I get in the level.
Now you're talking. Tucker, that would be too much like Mario Odyssey. I mean, that would be crossing the line.
It's insane. And it's not fun like Mario Odyssey either because it's the characters are in the level, but you don't interact with them. They just disappear.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. They're doing the cool like Sonic motion capture Donkey Kong show dancing, and then you run up to them, they're gone.
Yeah, or sometimes you'll just turn a corner and boom, there's a giant character model.
I hate that so much. I hate that so much. I want that to never happen because it never works like I think they want it to because that's not how you play games. You don't just run down the middle of the level.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the bad guys show up and then plays the bad guy music forever. Jesus.
Oh my gosh. And the bad guys infinitely respawn.
Yes.
Why?
Yes.
Why?
So you can get more
that
drops.
sucks so
I don't know.
much. Is that why?
Christian,
Yeah,
I just have one more question for you.
sure.
What'd you think of the bosses, dude?
I thought they were interesting design. You see, the bosses are kind of on paper
Yeah.
a neat thing, a good
Yeah.
thing
Yeah.
about Balan Wonderworld.
I think so.
Yeah, you got 3 ways to attack all of them,
Yeah.
and doing so gets you a different gold statue for each one. Neat, novel idea I have
Yeah.
not seen in a platformer or video game with bosses, period.
Agreed.
Wow.
But I sense a but here, Christian. Is there a but coming?
I think, but the whole suit system kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Because that's applied to the boss fight. So then it's like,
Yeah.
well, you're giving me 2 suits here, but I'm pretty sure they don't give you all the suits you need to
They
do
sure don't.
all 3 of the things.
They sure do not.
That sucks a lot.
Yep.
Designs are kind of neat though.
It's just Yuji Naka garbage all over
Sure.
again, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
It was something other than just like the suited guys that dance around the levels all the time, I guess.
yeah. Yeah.
I just got so sick of the little guys, the
Yeah.
normal people-sized people, especially after you save the person or whatever, help them out with their problem. You do the dance sequence,
Yeah.
and the dance sequence has like 2 different songs that are just repeated for everyone.
Yeah.
And they have like 3 different dances that are just repeated for everyone. And like the characters, it just boggles my mind. Like,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a celebration or something. Like, it's supposed to be crazy, trippy, awesome dance sequence.
Yeah.
But they're like, if they're floating, they're clearly standing on invisible ground. I can see
Yes.
the invisible ground they're standing
Yes.
on. And like all of the character models are just repeating the same animation together in groups because that's probably extremely easy to do. I have
Yeah.
played old video games where they just do that in the crowds because it's easy.
Yeah. This is like WWE 2K08 or
Yes.
something. Yeah. Totally.
Except in the foreground.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the whole point is you looking at these groups of bad guys or good guys or whatever. It's not made clear.
Whatever.
I feel like Yuji Naka really is the closest we have to like the Wachowski siblings.
Oh yeah.
I just want to
That's
make
great.
that point, I guess,
Totally.
where he has the sincerity to his work and he has this, like the interpretive dance sucks.
Yeah.
But it's also a game where after every world, you and this character that you've just helped do an interpretive dance.
Yeah.
And there's something beautiful about that to me.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Yuji Naka is in a very unique position to be able to do that in a game of this
Totally.
marketing budget. And in the end, I don't think it works at all because I think the Wachowski siblings are able to make entertaining movies. And I think Yuji Naka has completely lost the plot on actually making a video game. And we're just getting Yuji Naka isms with terrible gameplay surrounding it. And I don't think that works. I don't think that's enough. And I think if you like this game, you're too far gone. Like,
Yeah.
I can only imagine somebody who already likes Yuji Naka liking this game. And if that's a position somebody's in, they're in the wrong position because this is unplayable garbage game.
Yeah.
So wake up is what I'm saying.
Yeah, totally. I don't see like where the lineage is there for this even. Because I mean, Yuji Naka's just been like a producer for the past, like 2 decades or whatever.
Right.
And what do they even do? They sit in the chair and like say, no, I don't like that. Change that or something. Is that what producers do?
I don't know. They don't study game design apparently.
Yeah. But like he has not directed like Sonic Adventure. So why the heck is there a Chow Garden equivalent in this? That's not Naka's thing. Right. His thing was being a programmer on Nights Into Dreams and the first Sonic trilogy. Okay. That's what he did. He didn't do the 3D stuff.
But he has a vibe though. Like this is the most any game has ever felt like Nights. Yeah. Because there is that connection there.
Yeah. Balan is cool. He's got the eyes on the top of the brim of the hat for some reason.
I don't hate that design.
Yeah.
I don't think Yuji Naka is stupid.
He's not stupid.
I guess what I'm really saying is you could take these same trappings and I think you could make a game that I would be really into. But this is not that game at all. This is a terrible game that Yuji Naka worked on.
Yeah.
And that really sucks as someone who really likes Knights. I wish this was a cool game. It's not.
It's not.
It's really, really, really not.
But you got a train suit and you can go on the train tracks for the one level, and that's all the train suit is good for, huh?
That really reminded me of Spyro 2, where it's like, trouble with the trolley, eh? And you had to do the stupid trolley thing over and over again.
Yeah.
But like way worse. And it would just lead you off into nowhere, and then you would watch your character slowly fall way too far down, and then it would cut out, and then you would lose your suit. And then you'd go get the suit again.
Mm-hmm. Hooray.
So like,
he's back.
Yuji Naka?
He's back, yeah.
Okay.
He's with Square Enix.
I have two questions for you, Christian, before we rank this thing. If I had not pushed you into this, would you have played this game?
No.
Okay. If there's a sequel, would you play it?
Whew. Wow. Wow. That is a question.
There's not going to be a sequel.
Yeah. Huh.
What would it take to get you to play a sequel? Who would they bring in?
Man, I don't know. Who can they bring in on Square Enix?
Miyamoto has joined forces with Yuji Naka.
Hell would freeze over at that point.
That would be so cool.
Sign me up.
That would be so
What about
cool.
you, Tucker? Would you be down for a sequel? Do you think
you could, probably.
Yeah, turn this poop into gold at some point?
I just want to know. I don't know.
Yeah?
Not the best $60 I've ever spent this game, but I had to know. Crazy. I had curiosity. So
yeah. Part of me sat there and thought, because Square Enix is releasing Outriders.
Right.
And I found it amusing to think that Outriders would probably sell better than Wonderworld, despite the fact that it's on like 3 fewer platforms and that it's not on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I find that amusing.
That sucks. Yeah. Also, this game runs like crap, but I guess that's a whole other issue. I really want to see that Switch version. Yeah, that sounds fascinating. Because this looks like a Switch version to begin with. It's just not running well. I don't know what it looks like on PS5, but you load into that Tim Tower and it's just like cell phone from 2008 game looking piece of garbage land.
Oh, that's gross.
Just put the worlds in order. Why do I have to look around?
Yes, that sucks so much. Why are they not in order? I swear I have done complete 360s and not found the stage I'm looking for.
Yeah. Yep.
What is the deal with what is the deal with every time you unlock a new stage, you get into a train for absolutely no reason at all?
Polar
except
Express
for putting into the trailer footage, because I guess it evokes Spirited Away or something.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah.
And then the train drops you back off at the hub. It picks you up at the hub. It goes around in a circle and drops you back off at the hub.
Right.
They're just wasting time.
That's what trains do. Trains don't unlock levels by going in a circle, and then that's not how that works, man.
And also changing the suits takes too long.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like that.
Just put the thing that chafed me so hard.
Yes.
I swear this will be the last thing.
Mm-hmm.
In the UI, it puts your current suit to the left.
Oh, yes.
Put it in the middle.
Yes.
Insane.
Agreed.
Complete garbage game. Where do you want to put this thing?
Well, also, if we're talking about suits in the UI.
Yeah.
For some reason, when you pick up a new suit, it knocks out the suit furthest on the right and not the one that you're currently in.
Right.
I don't understand. It took me like 3 levels to understand that. And every time I went to pick up a new suit, I could be like, okay, wait, which one do I want bumped out? I don't want this one anymore. Okay, now I have to switch over.
Right.
And now I think this one will bump out. Okay, I think I'm good. And the only reason I can think of why they do not just replace your current suit with the one you just picked up is because there's a suit whose sole purpose is being able to get a suit without a key.
Right.
But we've already established
Right.
that the keys are right next to the suits. There's no reason for the keys to be there or for any of this to be there, as they're creating their own problems.
They'll patch it.
Maybe. What else is Naka going to do for the next 5 years?
Aw. It's going to shop this to Netflix, and then there'll be a Balan Wonderworld show.
Yeah. Probably.
And the
rip the
firefighters.
models.
The character models. I'm really sick of his whole like weird like faux European city vibe that he gives everything.
You're not vibing with it anymore, huh?
No, I love Knights.
Yeah.
That's what Knights was.
Yeah.
Doesn't work here. I don't know why. It helps the fidelity was worse, I think.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Also, I thought Knights was fun, but that's my problem. Christian, where do you want to put Balan Wonderworld?
Well, I'm feeling strong Sonic Rock Block.
I feel like Sonic 06 is a good comparison point here.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Is this better?
This game, it's somehow less of a technical mess, I think, on some levels, if you're not playing on a PlayStation 4.
You can play through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the same way you can go on itch.io and download some random game and maybe get through it.
Yeah. Totally.
But... I think Shadow the Hedgehog's a better game. I'm going to say it.
I agree.
Okay.
That might be a good spot for it. Shadow and Sonic. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Not feeling it?
I think I had a better time with Sonic 06.
Yeah?
Well, if it had come out...
Yeah.
I mean, I played this on launch. I don't know if I had gone into 06 thinking, oh, the new Sonic game.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Good point.
Okay, let's put it between those two. That sounds good.
Okay,
I like
sounds
that.
good.
Okay. We'll curse it to be slightly better than Sonic 06.